All right, everyone, your favorite boomer here. If this is your first time seeing this, let me just introduce who I am. My name is Dave Betras. I did a video on December 7th, 2004, after we all saw this horrific scene play out on our televisions, which is up on that board right there. It was the assassination of a CEO. And my initial post just had some questions about the case, because in my opinion, the person that did this wanted you to see this backpack and knew there was no cameras in front of him. Let me just say this, there's a felon out there saying I'm somehow profiting off of this, or here's my PSA, why am I doing this? Well, up in the right hand corner there is a picture of a hand. That's my hand. I realize a lot of Gen Xers, Gen Zers and millennials, I'm seeing a divergence in our country that's a little bit alarming. And so I just thought I'd do a review of where we're at and where we're going, okay? This crime happened on December the 4th. According to the police, they have Luigi Mangione arriving in New York City on November 24th, committing the crime on December 4th, getting on a bike, running away, getting in a bus. I found out the bus went to Pittsburgh, then must have taken him to Altoona, PA, where he was notified or noticed by some patrons, and where he was subsequently arrested. And when they arrested him, they found the fake ID. Everyone can see it. It's pictured up here. Okay. And then what I started to notice right away is, after Luigi was arrested, sort of a real divergence in our country between people supporting Luigi and the boomers like me not understanding. And so what you get to see is these polar opposite pictures. And if I could just show you, okay? You get people posting Free Luigi, deny, defend, depose. Then you get headlines like this, rich, educated, and deadly. So you have the press calling him a killer, and you have the Gen Zs and millennials saying deny, defend, depose. And then it got even worse. What do I mean by that? Well, I found this picture. Now, this is in Chinatown, and it's a picture of CEOs with X's on them. That's not cool, okay? That's not cool at all, right? And then I see this, where this is an icon, and it's over here in the corner, an icon where they're making him a saint. Then we see the worst perp walk I've ever seen in my life. I remember when Timothy McVeigh did what he did, he didn't have a perp walk like this. And so you have these sides kind of going together, going against each other. He's indicted in New York City on December 17th. He's arrested by the federal government on December 19th. He has cases in 3 jurisdictions: Pennsylvania, New York, and the and federal court in New York. And there's no double jeopardy there, folks. There's separate sovereignties. He's charged with first-degree murder in an 11-count indictment in New York. They have him charged with a crime called 18 United States Code 2261A. Don't let the name of the statute bother you. It's just traveling in interstate commerce to off someone, okay? And we know that he's been in front of a judge in federal court. He was in front of a judge in Pennsylvania where he waived his extradition. And he's been in front of a judge in the state court, federal court, and PA. He's represented by a person I call the Lamborghini of lawyers, Karen Freeman Agnifilo. She's an outstanding lawyer, and he's in good hands. He really is. I don't represent him. And I'm not trying to do this for money, but I'm seeing something alarming here with the Gen Zs and the millennials and the Gen X's and boomers. And so it's alarming to me. So what's the worst case for Luigi if he's found guilty? Now, first of all, everyone should give him his presumption of innocence, okay? This guy's presumed innocent. Everyone in the press has him guilty. People my age say, Dave, that guy's so guilty. I'm like, he's presumed innocent. I mean, whatever happened to that presumption in our Bill of Rights, okay? And so, what evidence do we have? Well, we know they have the CCTV, they have the pictures, they have a weapon that says resembles the weapon that the person used, a smudged fingerprint, a manifesto, and a fake ID. Worst case scenario, he gets the death penalty or 25 years or life, and life in federal prison is life. And so I see this great divergence. Up there also I have pictures of Luigi when he was a child. And this picture of Luigi, which I noticed his teeth are really sunken in. And if you look at the other pictures, they're not. And there's just different pictures of Luigi throughout different phases of his life. This is when he appeared in court with Karen Freeman Agnifilo. I call her the Lamborghini of lawyers. Okay? Here he is as a young man at McDonald's. His mugshot as a young man. And just different pictures of him. But the pictures look different to me. Now, I'm not an expert. So what's going to happen now? Well, the federal government has until February 17th to indict him. And if they don't indict him by that time, that doesn't mean the case is over. By the way, I wear this hat in honor of my son, who's an Army Ranger who serves. So thank you all, though, for all of you out there that serve. Thank you. Look, I understand why the Gen Zs and the millennials and the Gen X are upset, okay? Our generation kind of left things screwed up for you. So the justice system, I know, to a lot of you, doesn't seem fair or equal. It is. It's not perfect, but it's a good justice system. It's a good way. I know a lot of things have happened politically and everyone's confused. But out there, peacefully protest. Don't get wrapped up into some stuff for Luigi and get yourself in trouble. Okay, you have freedom of speech, you have freedom to, peaceably assemble. You can support him, but if he did it, it's not okay. If they can prove him guilty, it's not okay. That's vigilante justice. Okay, and for the billionaires out there, how long do you think this is sustainable? When the healthcare cost and the cost of education and the wealth gap and these young kids can't get a good job and people are saying they're lazy. They're not lazy. I got a couple Gen Xers and Gen Zs working for me. They're as hard working as I am. So we just got to settle down and let this thing play out. I hope I wasn't too long. I'm just trying to help out. And if you want to take a shot at me, get in line. A lot of people want to take a shot at me. So peace out from your favorite boomer. Hopefully I'm going to do a live when the indictment comes out. And we'll go for there. And Luigi is entitled to a presumption of innocence.